This one we're introducing probability, and a trial is the act of doing an experiment in probability. So we've seen that already, I've mentioned it. Things like flipping a coin is considered a trial or doing an experiment. Rolling a die, spinning a spinner, picking a card from a deck of cards, they're all considered trials or the acts of doing experiments in probability. So for example, rolling a standard six-sided die. An outcome is one of the possible results of a trial. So that's what an outcome is. And example, a possible outcome from rolling a die is 4. You can also get 3 or 1 or 6 or 5 or 2. An event is the occurrence of one or more specific outcomes. So that's what an event is. Example, if I wanted to get a 1 or a 2 is an example of an event when rolling a die. So maybe another event might be, what is the probability of getting all the even numbers when I roll a die. So, or maybe getting all the prime numbers. That might be another event, or all the odd numbers, depending on what you want. Or what is the probability of getting the number 3 would be another event. So the list of all possible outcomes in a trial is called the sample space. Again, we've seen that possible sample spaces are just writing out the answers, systematic listing, or two-way table where you represent them very nicely in a table, or tree diagram when you use the kind of branches of a tree to represent your outcomes. That's called a sample space. Now, for example here, for the roll of a six-sided die, the sample space is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is called systematic listing. We've got this probability scale here, and the big thing about a probability scale is you've got the values between 0 and 1, and no values can go outside of that scale. And what we mean by that is you're either guaranteed to happen or it's impossible, will never happen, and then you've got 50-50 down the middle here on this probability scale. So looking at this in a bit more depth. So again, as you head from halfway, which is 50-50, down this way, it becomes more and more unlikely as you travel towards 0. Whereas if you go the opposite way, it's more likely to happen if you get towards 100%. So the chances of Liverpool winning the league this year, they might be down around here. I'd say about 25% to 20% more than likely. Man City winning the league, up around 90%. I won't guarantee they'll win it, but there. So if you are getting the heads when you flip a fair coin, well, heads is a 50-50 chance of occurring, so 0.5 there for the heads. Another one there, that next Christmas will be in December. So, well, it's been that way for about 200 years. The Christmas has been in December. I don't think it's going to change. So that's guaranteed to happen. So a probability of 1 that next Christmas will be in December. That it will rain somewhere in Ireland next week. I'd nearly put that arrow even closer to 100% there. I think that it's almost guaranteed to happen. And that someone in your family will win the lotto. Unfortunately, that I would say that arrow is even lower than that. I'd love if someone won the lotto, but it's highly unlikely that that's going to happen. And that next year I will be a year younger. Well, sadly, that cannot happen. It's impossible. Okay, so see you in the next video.